U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration is moving to reclassify marijuana as a less tightly regulated substance. The DEA's proposal would, among other things, recognize the medical uses of cannabis and open more opportunities for cannabis research. And joining us now is Will Humble, Executive Director of the Arizona Public Health Association. Will, good to see you, as always. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for the invitation.
So DEA moving to reclassify marijuana. Why?
Well, it's a long time coming, in my opinion. I mean, it should have been happened a long time ago. So the Controlled Substances Act was passed in 1970, and it charged the DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration, with classifying drugs depending on their possible medical use, but also their potential for abuse and dependency. And so it goes from Schedule 1, which is the most restrictive category, which you just talked about, to Schedule 5. So what they're proposing to do, the administration, is move it from where it is right now, Schedule 1, the most tightly regulated category, to Schedule 3. So it removes many of the restrictions on things like research, which you talked about at the top.
Right. So Schedule 1 is heroin, LSD, ecstasy,
Correct.
These sorts of things. Schedule 3 is?
An example would be Tylenol with codeine.
Okay.
So it's a Schedule 3 drug, needs a prescription.
Yes.
Right? So, but it's not as tightly regulated, for example, as Schedule 2. So there's more checks and balances in the prescribing system the lower you go in the classification numbers.
And I was going to ask, from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, what happened to Schedule 2?
Well, there's Schedule 2 drugs.
But why didn't they drop it there? Do they think it was enough of a drop to 3?
You got the wrong guest.
Well, what do you think?
I mean, I think it should be Schedule 4 or 5.
Okay.
That's what I think.
All right.
But I'm not on the task force.
All right. So recognizes medical uses, recognizes, as you said, fewer reasons to worry about abuse and dependency.
Correct. But the practical impact would be that you can start doing research with it. Because at Schedule 1, they say no medical use.
Really?
Which means if you're trying to do research, you're not allowed to even administer the drug to your cohort in a clinical trial, because it's Schedule 1. So that's the catch-22 that everyone's been talking about all these years, is that when we were doing medical marijuana, they were saying, well, there's no research to show that it's effective for PTSD. And then they say, well, but we can't do the research because it's Schedule 1, right?
Right.
So this would make the research a lot more possible. And for example, when I was in the director job at ADHS, we'd get these petitions to add new conditions to the medical marijuana program, and I kept turning them down. Everyone kept getting mad at me. Why are you turned out PTSD? And I'm like, I need a clinical trial. I'm not going to take cutouts from Elle magazine, which is what they were sending in. I mean, I need something that I can, use to make the decision. And so I think from a public health point of view, the best part of this is that we're going to now finally be able to, it's going to be a lot easier to do research on the drug.
From a business point of view, and cannabis, state-run cannabis, these companies and such, there's a tax implication here, true?
Yes, they should be happy once it's finally done and moved to Schedule 3, because right now, being a Schedule 1 drug, they're trafficking in an illegal narcotic, all these dispensaries, according to the federal government. And so the IRS, Internal Revenue, says, well, you're trafficking. You can't deduct your labor costs and all your business expenses. You can't deduct those because you're trafficking in a narcotic that's illegal. So if you move it to Schedule 3,
yes,
those dispensaries should be able to start deducting their business expenses like any other business.
Okay, so I'm seeing money, I'm seeing business, I'm seeing opportunity. Am I seeing big pharma getting involved?
Maybe, but I doubt it. I mean, it could happen, because you move it to Schedule 3. That means the drug companies can say, oh, okay, let's start doing some clinical trials. Let's start trying to produce a drug that we can get a patent on that could then be available at drugstores, regular drugstores, once it got licensed by the FDA. I don't think it's going to really happen, because there's already a big market in most of these medical marijuana states with products already on the shelf. Do the drug companies really want to compete with all these generics? I mean, they want to spend their R&D money on things that they can make a bunch of money on the back end, and that's not, gummies to sleep with THC and CBD.
Okay. Reclassification. Okay. One of the reasons was that it was considered not an immediate precursor to the harder
Right.
stuff. Will, I'm old enough to know that for most of my life, I've been told, and we've all learned, that marijuana was the gateway drug. Is the DEA saying not necessarily?
Once they get finished, they will be saying that. They haven't done it yet.
Yes.
It's still in the Schedule 1. So eventually they'd be saying there's less chance for addiction, dependency than we said back in 1970. And they'd be recognizing that there are medical uses, which are mostly anecdotal.
Right.
You look at the published literature, there's not a whole lot to look at.
You mentioned it hasn't happened yet. What's the process now? The White House has to give a go-ahead? What's at play here?
So DEA needs to finish their rulemaking. So they've announced that they intend to do this. So the next thing they need to do is to change the regulations that they use using the Controlled Substances Act authority that Congress gave them. And then they publish that in the Federal Register. Then eventually an administrative law judge will look at that and then decide, okay, they did it the right way. And then it could be Schedule 3. So it's probably not happening, in the next 6 months, but by this time next year, probably, yeah.
Okay, and once all is said and done, does this legalize marijuana for recreational use?
No. So this still be Schedule 3. So think of it like Tylenol with codeine. You can't just go around selling Tylenol with codeine without having a prescription.
Right.
So that's going to be a big fly in the ointment here, honestly, because the dispensaries are still going to be dispensing marijuana at Schedule 3 without a prescription, which is a conflict with
I was going to say that's
the law.
Yes, one of these things ain't matching up here.
So that's why there are still some people in the dispensary world that are worrying that they still wouldn't enjoy the ability to deduct their expenses because they're not in compliance with the Controlled Substances Act. They're giving away marijuana, gummies, all that stuff without a prescription, which you're not allowed to do. So it's messy.
Yes, it is. But real quickly, trafficking in this stuff without permission, that would definitely be a no-no.
Yes, absolutely.
No-no now, no-no then.
Yes.
All right, Will Humble, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Right.